Outside the 11 is Michael Whalen. 4 rows back on the inside, it's the 47 of Eric Sales. Outside the 7, Leclerc. The 41 is Tim LaFountain. The 3 is Rob Sines. 43 is Malcolm Woodward. Green, flag is out. Well, an attempt at 4 wide to take the green flag. That didn't work. 3 wide worked, though, and that led the 45B of Josh Laporte to have the lead. They slice and dice down the backstretch as the 07 quickly goes to the rear of the field. They got around him pretty quick. Jay LaGrave trying to hang on to the 79 as he started on the front row, too. They're 3 wide right now for the 4th spot. Leclerc down on the inside, Whalen in the middle. Whalen and Leclerc will get around LaGrave, and they'll battle side by side now for the 2nd spot, or for the 4th spot, rather. Right now in the 2nd spot is Chris Clark. He's trying to look inside, outside. Who knows where he's going to look for Josh Laporte, but he knows he wants to get around. Here comes Eric Sales in the 47. Eric Sales sees a lane down to the inside. So does Chris Clark. They're 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch into turn number 3. Eric Sales wisely backs out of that move. Now he's going to try for it again down on the inside in turn number 4. They come off the 4th turn. The new leader's Chris Clark. Halfway. Chris Clark is your leader. Question is how long, as Eric Sales is looking down on the inside. Sticks the nose in front off of turn number 2. Down the back stretch, Clark pulls even into turn number 3. Clark's got a little bit in front. Eric Sales hangs there on the inside. Entering turn number 4, Eric Sales pulls away a little bit. 2 laps to go for Eric Sales. Look out. Contact between the 11 and the 7. I don't think that was on accident either. I don't think they're happy with each other. They've been battling for the 4th spot for much of this race. As Leclerc now is able to complete the pass. And a little bit of a challenge for a lead there in turn number 3. Clark thought he saw a lane down to the inside, but he wisely backed out of that. White flag is out for Eric Sales. Eric Sales has Chris Clark all over the back bumper, but he doesn't get there off of turn number 2. They work down the backstretch into turn number 3. Sales still shows the way. For the final time in this first mini-mile qualifier, Eric Sales wins it. Chris Clark 2nd, 3rd Josh Laporte, 4th Josh Leclerc, 5th Rob Sines, 6th Tim LaFountain, 7th Michael Whalen, 8th Chad Collins, 9th Jay LaGrave, 10th Malcolm Woodward. Ogier with him on the outside. 10 mini-mods set to go in this heat. They pick it up. Now down the front stretch, green, flag is out. Lavarnway with the jump on the inside. Dirty Dale O'Neill says it's time to go 3 wide already. Look out. There goes Richner in the 21. He got loose and ended up down in the infield. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Ogier's the meat in the sandwich. O'Neill on the inside, Riel on the outside. They are going to part the 15, just like Moses parted the Red Sea. Lavere in the 4, moves through down on the inside. Look at the 54 go of Jason Chris. Jason Chris in the 54, moving quick and moving towards the front in that Monster Energy drink number 54. He's already to the 4th spot. Chris in that number 54 picked up his first win this Saturday. This past Saturday, I should say, as he wasn't with us the first couple of weeks of the season. And he's been very consistent throughout the year. Battle for the lead now as O'Neill in the 16 sticks the nose down to the inside of the Lavarnway 13. Down the front stretch, 2 laps to go for new leader Dale O'Neill. Chris and Riel battle side by side for the 3 spot. Chris down on the inside, Riel on the outside. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. Chris has the slight advantage. Riel trying to hang with him on the outside, but he can't do it. Dale O'Neill is your leader. Now in 2nd place as he looks down to the inside of Lavarnway is the 54 of Jason Chris. Chris in the 2nd spot. White flag is out for the 16 of Dale O'Neill. O'Neill took the lead on a move down on the inside, coming out of turn number 4. Jason Chris really hard through turns 3 and 4. He's got the foot down to the floor. Didn't look like he was going to get there. Drag race for the finish. Dale O'Neill wins it. Jason Chris 2nd. 3rd, Josh Lavarnway 4th. the 02 of Eric Riel. And rounding out the top 5 was the 4 of C.J. LeVere.
That is Vince Quinville, and shotgun on the field in the New York Tech number 13 from Syracuse, Tony Steiner. That's the field, 11 ready to run. Here they come, off turn number 4, green flag. Field races off into turns 1 and 2. Keith Flack has the lead. They run wheel to wheel for that third spot. Atkins in second in the 1 New York. Here comes Todd Stone looking to the inside of Max Vienne. Leon Gagnon lighting up the brake going to turn number 3. He was hard on the binders with Kenny Tremont at his door on the outside. Tremont in the 115 runs in the 5th spot. George Foley in the 34 trying to work the top of the racetrack. Leon Gagnon looking down to the inside off of turn number 2. Good battle for third as well. You've got Stone on the 1X. You've got the 25 of Max Vienne. Oh, they box it up over turn number 3. Ormsby piles in at the back. George Foley was involved, as was the 26, the 78 rather of Vince Quinville. The 26 of Todd Ormsby has the right front tire. No, the right rear is, no, that is broken on the back as he is headed to the pits, as is George Foley. You can see the spring came right out of the 26. It's rolling down the front stretch, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag with debris rolling down the front stretch up towards turn event. Keith Flack and Greg Atkins will set the pace. They're working up in turns 3 and 4. It's a slow pace. Now they're on the hammer off turn number 4, down the front stretch to the green flag. Max Vienne looks down to the inside of Greg Atkins in the 1. Vienne's trying to hug that line. Look at Todd Stone go 3 wide on the top of the racetrack. Stone in the G-Stone Motors 1X goes from 4th to 2nd around the outside in turn number 2. Now racing through the 4th turn. Stone has that 2nd spot. Max Vienne in the 25 runs 3rd. Greg Atkins is in the 4th position. Running in 5th, it's the 55 of Matt Woodruff. Down the inside, Leon Gagnon has the 6th position. Right behind him, Tony Steiner. Kenny Tremont struggling with a 115. He's now at the back of the pack. Out front, Keith Flack's pulling away. Halfway in this first qualifier. 8 laps the distance in qualifier number 1. As they run off of turn number 2, Keith Flack's lead is 6 car lengths over Todd Stone. Stone was the winner here this past Saturday night. The 25 of Max Vienne works 3rd. Greg Atkins lifting that left front tire right up off the racing surface is in the 4th spot. Battle for 5th. You've got Leon Gagnon working the inside. Matt Woodruff works the top of the racetrack. The 13 of Steiner running in the 7th spot. Then the 78 of Vince Quinville and the 115 of Kenny Tremont. Unfamiliar spot for the 115 in the back of the pack. 2 laps to go for the 43 of Keith Flack. Flack was fast earlier in practice, and he is fast in this first qualifier. Todd Stone in the 1X, still in that 2nd position, comfortably running in 2nd. Top 4 will go to the redraw. Right now, Atkins is in that 4th position. White flag is out, 1 to go in this first qualifier. They work off turn number 2, down the backstretch for the final time. The Flack Crane and Rigging, number 43 out of Ravenna, New York. It's Keith Flack who's going to win qualifier number 1. 2nd will go to the G-Stone Motors 1X for Todd Stone. Max Vienne's is 3rd. Greg Atkins 4th. 5th to Leon Gagnon. Matt Woodruff gets the final qualified spot in sports M25. That is Michel Vienne. Vienne will start 10th. 10 cars ready to run in qualifier number 2. Top 6 qualify for the 75-lap feature event. They're on the hammer, coming at us off of turn number 4. Green flag. Barnamy in the B3 pulls away from Roger Lebrecht. Lebrecht has been fast the last few weeks in his qualifier, but has struggled in the feature event. Right now running in the 2nd position. Mike Riel has lost his spot in the 0-2. He is sliding back. Keep an eye on that 6th spot. Right now it's Matty DiLorenzo in the 3D who has the 6th position. As he'll try to qualify through that 6th spot, and guys like Chris Vernal in 97 and Mike Riel will try to chase him down and take that spot away. The battle is on for 3rd. The 19 of Mueller looks inside. The 17 of Durgan pushes up towards the wall off turn number 4. Durgan will hang on to the 3rd position as he crosses the line with that number 17. Mueller continues to try to chase him down over in turn number 2. Out front, it's Aaron Bartamy with the TDI Repair B3. He leads by 3 car lengths over the 100 of Lebrecht. Running in 3rd is Durgan, working the top of the racetrack as he works the rim. Down on the inside is Mueller. Now he'll push towards the top and work the middle line through 1 and 2. Chris Kaye in the 18 runs in the 5th spot. 6 is Matty DiLorenzo in the 3D. Chris Vernal is trying to chase him down. He's about 3 car lengths behind him, going to turns 3 and 4. Right now, a walk in the park for the B3 of Aaron Bartamy. Bartamy was fast in time trialing. The 100 of Lebrecht also turned in pretty quick time. You can see the separation that they're gaining from the 17 of Jason Durgan. It is almost half the front stretch now from Lebrecht back to Durgan in the 17, just leaving turn 4. Running in the 4th position is Mueller. 5th is Chris Kaye, who hugs that bottom line. Off the pace is Lebrecht. The 100 of Lebrecht running in 2nd is off the pace, limping towards turn number 3. As the field works off the fourth turn, LaBreche continues to roll around the racetrack, and that is going to bring out a yellow flag. The yellow call goes out pretty quick in the first 6 laps of the qualifier. It'll be tough. We'll see if Durgan can hang with him. I doubt it as they race off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Barnaby's pulling away. Green flag. Mueller with a peek to the inside going to 1. Jesse Mueller's got the inside line. Durgan's going to take it again to the top of turn number 2. They race wheel to wheel off the second turn down the backstretch. Look at Matt DiLorenzo go. DiLorenzo in the 3D goes to the 4th spot to the inside of Chris Kaye. Also looking to move is Vernal to the 97 with a white flag out. Barnaby is pulled away. The battle is on for the second spot. Right now, Vernal is in the 6th position. Michel Vienne trying to get to, Mueller trying to save that car. Does a nice job saving it in the middle of the backstretch. In a qualified spot, checkered flag is out. Aaron Barnaby wins. Jason Durgan is 2nd. Jesse Mueller 3rd. Manny DiLorenzo 4th. Chris Kaye 5th. 6 goes to Chris Vernal. Top 6 move on to the 75-lap feature event. Top 4 to the redraw. You're outside the top 6, you're going into one of the consies. Slow pace as they work to the 4th turn. Here they come on the hammer down the front stretch. Green flag. Pat McGrail in the number 10, working through that inside line. He'll have the lead off the second turn down the backstretch as Adam Barnaby falls a couple of car lengths off the pace. Look at Patrick Dupree go to the outside. The Saranac Country Store number 24 trying to take second away from Barnaby. As they race down the line, it was still Barnaby by inches. Dupree working the top of the track. Barnaby fighting the handle a little bit on the inside as Dupree is able to race past. Cozy runs solid in the 4th spot with a 44. Then it's Bertium in the 1 running at 5th. 6th it is Craig Riel. He's in the final qualified spot. And right off of his back is the 80 of Andy Haywood. Right now, Craig Riel in the CO2 really feeling the heat. He's in the final qualified position. And Andy Haywood in the number 80 is trying to take that spot away. Out front it is Patrice McGrail, and he is trying to run. 2nd is Patrick Dupree in the 24. 3rd is Adam Barnaby in the X. Frank Cozy runs in the 4th spot. Running in 5th, it is Bertium in the 1 Quebec. The battle is on for 6th, the final transfer spot. That's the CO2 of Craig Riel. Here comes Andy Haywood going to the top of the racetrack as the CO2 working down the inside, halfway in this 3rd qualifier. Working the rim is Haywood trying to get by. He really pushed it at turn number 2. Had to get on the binders to get that car pointed in the right direction. It cost him a car length. He was working on the outside of Riel, but had to back off. Riel also fighting a little bit of the handle on that race car. Off of turn number 4, still in that 6th spot. That is the best battle on the track. Andy Lindemann wants to throw his hat in the ring as well. The 80 of Haywood gets a good run off turn number 2 with 2 laps to go for Pat McGrail, who leads by almost the front stretch. Patrick Dupree in the 24 running in 2nd. Aaron Barnaby is starting to hound him. Here's the 80 of Andy Haywood, just about dead even with Craig Riel going to 1 and 2. Riel goes up the racetrack. Andy Haywood goes to the 6th spot. Haywood goes to the 6th position with 1 to go for Pat McGrail. Patrick Dupree trying to hold off Adam Barnaby for that 2nd position. The leader is already in turn number 3. One of the fastest cars earlier in the day in practice, and he has backed it up with a dominating win in qualifier number 3. That's Pat McGrail. Finishing in 2nd will be Pat Dupree in the 24. Adam Barnaby is 3rd. 4th to Frank Cozy. 5th goes to Pierre Bertillon. 6th to Andy Haywood. 7th to Craig Riel. 8th to Andy Lindemann. 9th goes to Michael LaBreche. He's from Joliet, Quebec. All right, 5 cars to run. 4 will advance. 1 is going home. Green flag is out. Steiner in the 13, who had problems earlier, is in the lead. Then you've got the Riels, although Kenny Tremont's looking to move down on the inside line. You've got Mike Riel in the 02. His son Craig is in the CO2, and then Kenny Tremont's down to the inside of the 115. Mike LaBreche right now is on the outside looking in, as he can see them all in that number 99, and that's not the spot he wants to be, as he is running in the 5th position. And he is going to have to find his way into the 4th spot if he wants to get into the feature event. Otherwise, he's headed back to Quebec without running the main event. The 13 of Steiner running out front. He's got a comfortable lead over Mike Riel with the 02. Kenny Tremont in the 115 has moved to the 3rd spot. Tremont has run extremely well here at Airborne in the past, but again, that team is off the pace and struggled in the first round of practice. Mike LaBreche, trouble with the 99. He was sideways coming off the 4th turn right up towards the wall and really lost a lot of ground. The 4th place runner, Craig Riel. Riel really can take it easy in that CO2. He's got such a gap back to the 99 of Michael LaBreche. And LaBreche really seems to be fighting the handle with the Team Quebec number 99. Steiner's got a walk in the park right now. The 13 has a half backstretch lead over Mike Riel. then Kenny Tremont, then Craig Riel in the CO2 as they're halfway in Conti number 1. Michael Lebrecht in the 99 is still on the outside as he is back in the 5th position, and his night is likely to come to an end after this consolation. He's got about 5 more laps to run. He's now in a position where really he needs one of the other 4 cars to break down, or else he is headed to the hauler. Steiner comfortably in front. Mike Riel, Kenny Tremont, Craig Riel. Those cars in the top 4 and not feeling any heat as they continue to pull away from Lebrecht in the 99. The next consolation round is lined up over in the staging area as it'll be a knockout round as well. 4 will qualify out of that second consolation. 2 laps to go for Tony Steiner. This has been a ho-hummer. Steiner in the 13 leading by nearly the backstretch over Mike Riel. And that's a good 12 car lengths back to Kenny Tremont, about the same distance to Craig Riel with a white flag out. Final time around for consolation number 1. Tony Steiner had his problems earlier, but he's going to win this consolation race. He'll be in the feature event. Here he comes, the New York Tech number 13. He's from Syracuse, New York. Tony Steiner to get the win. Finishing in second will be Mike Riel with the O2. Finishing third is Kenny Tremont on board the 115. Craig Riel is in with the CO2. Mike Lebrecht will move on to tonight's Della Motorsport 75 lap feature event for the Dirt Car Modifieds, round number 1 of the Asphalt Series. Green flag for the second consolation. It's Michel Vienne in the M25. Vince Quinville in the 78. Andy Lindemann in 3 pushes at turn number 2. Mike Wells down to the inside line. As Quinville in the 78 looks to the top of the racetrack with Michel Vienne down on the inside. He'll push up to the wall off turn number 4 to lead the first lap. Michel Vienne shows the way with the M25. Then it is Vince Quinville in the 78. Mike Wells in the 76. Andy Lindemann in the number 3. They're duking it out for the 3rd spot. Right now, both in a qualified position, so they want to race wisely as Kevin Federley really goes hot to turn number 4, trying to get around the 3 of Andy Powell. Racing wheel to wheel for the 5th position. The 57C works the top as he runs the rim of the racetrack. The 3 of Powell is down on the inside line. Out front, it's Michel Vienne in the M25. Vince Quinville in the 78 is racing in second. Third is Andy Lindemann in the number 3. In the 4th position, it's Mike Wells in the 76. And Andy Powell in number 3 trying to chase down Mike Wells in that 76 car. The deficit for Powell is down to about 3 car lengths headed to turns 3 and 4. Powell is slowly reeling in Mike Wells as he tiptoes through the 4th turn down the front stretch. It was 3 and now it's down to 1 over in 1 and 2. Andy Powell's going to have to work past Mike Wells in that 76 car. Wells pushes up in 2. Andy Powell in number 3 looks underneath as they race to the 3rd turn. Mike Wells in trouble with that 76. He's off the pace and Andy Powell's going to go right on past. Mike Wells goes back to the 5th position with the number 76. The leader is Michel Vienne as we're past the halfway point at Conti number 2. Second is Vince Quinville in the 78. Third is Andy Lindemann in the number 3. Then it's Andy Powell in the 4th position. And it's Mike Wells in the 76. Kevin Federley is in the 57C. Trying to find a way around Mike Wells, but right now the horse is out of the barn as Andy Powell in the 3 is pulling away from those 2 drivers who are slicing and dicing for the 5th spot. Federley was able to move past Wells to get to the 5th position, and Wells is now back in 6th. Michel Vienne, the M25, leading by 6 car lengths. The 78 of Vince Quinville, then a good gap back to the 3 of Andy Lindemann. Mike Wells taking the 76, I'm sure very disappointed, back to the garage area. That's a car that won here last season, and that number 76. But didn't have it going tonight. Inside 2 laps remaining now for Michel Vienne. Vince Quinville in number 78 sitting 4 car lengths off the back of the Racing Baker. Michel Vienne's M25, white flag lap, 1 more time to go. Andy Lindemann in the 3 running in 3rd. Andy Powell's 3 sits in the 4th spot. And Kevin Federley in the 57C is in a bad position with a checkered flag flying. Michel Vienne is in. Vince Quinville is in. Andy Lindemann is in, finishing 3rd. Andy Powell is in, finishing 4th. Kevin Federley with his debut.
The front row. Set to go for 15 laps. Here they come. Ooh, very slow off of turn number 4. Josh Lavarnway, now he steps on it. Green, flag is out. Looking to go 3 wide already mid-pack for the 6th spot. John Bradley in the 69 thought better of it into turn number 1. The leader down the back stretch is Josh Lavarnway. 3 and 4 wide racing for the 3rd spot. Some 4 wide racing mid-pack. As the Laporte comes out with a 4-spot lookout. Problems on the 0-2 of Eric Riel. He is off the pace. And he is coasting down the front stretch. Eric Riel in that number 0-2 coasts to the top of turn number 1. He will make pit road, and we will stay under green. Josh Lavarnway is the leader out front. LaFountain is second. Laporte's third. O'Neill is fourth. Fifth is the 14 of Clark. He and Signs had a little bit of contact going down the front stretch. Nice save by Signs. Look at who's on the move. The Monster Energy drink number 54 for Jason Chris. We saw him very effective down on the inside lane. Let's see if he can get there. He's down on the inside right now, challenging for the 6th spot. Right now, the Eric Sales number 47 is bogged down behind the Levere number 4. Chris Clark in the 14 tries to make a move for the 3rd spot. He and Laporte run side by side. The LaFountain 41 feeling some pressure now for the 2 spot. Eric Sales can't find a way around the 4 of Levere. He's looked high, he's looked low. He's been pinned on the top of the track by the 69 of John Bradley. As they go 3 wide into turn number 3, Sales has to back out of it again. Down the front stretch, we've got a battle for the lead. The 14 of Chris Clark is looking to the outside of Josh Lavarnway. Off of turn number 2, Clark gives a little tap to the back bumper of Lavarnway. Down the back stretch, Lavarnway maintains his lead. Chris Clark looks high in turn number 3. Into turn number 4. Tries to maintain the progression from the progressive banking, and he takes over the lead from the outside. Austin McGrave with problems in the 07 as he somehow ends up down in the infield. Chris Clark is the leader. Here comes Josh Laporte in the 45 looking for 3rd. He had a little bit of contact in the rear bumper from the 16 of O'Neill. That allowed the 54 to sneak by on the outside for the 4th spot. LaGrave kind of took a short lap that time in the 07. He wanted to play in the grass in the infield a little bit.
It's not a short lap when you play in that grass. There are a lot of bumps and bruises that can be had as you make your way across the infield.
Right, he took his time. We're halfway right now in this mini modified qualifier.
Feature.
The feature, that's right. Eric Sales in the number 47. We really haven't seen too much aggression out of that number 47. He hasn't really been on the top side of the racetrack at all. He's been trying to get it done down on the inside, and that's really slowed his progression to get towards the front of the pack, as he really can't find any room now down on the inside of the 16 of O'Neill. Now 3 wide, the 47 of Eric Sales tries to look down to the inside. Through turns 3 and 4, he's got the car there, but he backs out of it as Dale O'Neill shut the door. Out front, it's still the 14 of Chris Clark. He's about to put the 15 of Mark Ozier down 1 lap. Now looking back at the battle for the 5 spot, the 47 of Eric Sales is now able to move through down on the inside. The next car he's going to have to challenge is the 41 of Timmy LaFountain. LaFountain and Lavarnway battling for the 4 spot. LaFountain gets a little sideways. The 16 of O'Neill looks like he got a piece of the 47 of Eric Sales. Now they're 3 wide. Josh Laporte in the 45B looks down on the inside. You got to wonder if maybe that contact has a tire going down on that number 47. As he's stuck in the middle of the 45B and the 26, and he's sliding backwards in the Sales number 47. Going to be 2 laps to go this time around for the 14 of Chris Clark. Popsicle sticks are out for the 14 of Chris Clark. They lean on one another, does the 41 of LaFountain and the 16 of O'Neill as they try to get around the 15 of Ozier. Ozier just got a little bump in the back. Oh boy, he's really stuck in the middle. 5 wide off of turn number 2, getting around Ozier. We find that pack going into turn number 3. Now they settle side by side. The white flag is out for the 14 of Chris Clark, as we see some good racing for about the 6th spot. No doubt about the winner. It's going to be the 14 of Chris Clark as he works off of turn number 4 for the final time. Jason Chris will be second. Third off of turn number 4. Whoa, he had to, oh, look out! We got all kinds of trouble. He's going backwards. We got a slam. Eric Sales ends up being third. Fourth to the 16 of Dale O'Neill. Rounding out the top 5 was the 45.
With the Monster Energy drink, number 54. And Eric Sales in the number 47 rallies to the 3rd place finish after the melee that started to unfold off of turn number 4 on the final lap.
Getting congratulations from friends and family. Let's have a nice round of applause. That is, Chris Clark wins the Mini Mods tonight. Come on over, Chris. Well, nice job, Chris. Lap traffic certainly wasn't easy tonight, as you had to dice your way on the top of the track, on the bottom of the track. Go ahead and talk about the race tonight.
It was awesome. A couple more lap cars, a little more fun. That was a good time. I missed him. Probably wouldn't be the same if I would have run into the back of him on the last lap, but that was a good time. It was exciting. I had a blast.
Yeah.
There's so many people that help us out. Cap at Bob's Trucking, Bob and Susan, they're great people. This car has been great. I'm glad to finally get it here. It's been a long time.
You haven't been running regularly. It's been Rob running the car for most of the year. It must feel pretty good to get the win tonight.
I've been 2 years before this trying. I've won everything but this, so I'm happy tonight. I'm glad I could do it with my dad's car.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris Clark wins. We'll get a quick word with
Lorenzo in the 3D. Todd Stone, the 1X, set the pace as they work into turn number 4. Here they come down the front stretch on the hammer. Green flag is out. Todd Stone from the outside of row number 1 will try to take the lead over in turn number 2 as they run wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Stone has the lead going to turn number 3. Max Vien runs the 3rd spot. Di Lorenzo tries to come back to the bumper of Stone, but can't do it. The field works through the 4th turn. A tap on the back of the X of Adam Barnaby. He is able to hold on, gets down to the inside line. That was off the 17, the nose of Jason Durgan. Frank Cozy in the 44, perhaps in trouble on the outside. Again, Durgan runs over the back of the X of Barnaby. He's all over Barnaby along the front stretch now off turn number 4. The 17 of Durgan not happy with the X of Adam Barnaby as he punched him in the back over in turns 3 and 4. Now they'll try to get away from that 17 car. Adam Barnaby in the B3 of Aaron Barnaby pulling away now from Jason Durgan. And something happened on that first lap, and Durgan clearly not happy with that number 17. Displeased with the X of Adam Barnaby. Running wheel to wheel towards the front of the field. The 43 of Keith Flack is running in the 5th spot. Out front, it's Todd Stone. Second is Matty Di Lorenzo. Running in 3rd is Max Vien. In the 4th position, it is the 10 of Pat McGrail. Keith Flack runs in the 5th spot. Patrick Dupree trying to get underneath the 19 of Jesse Mueller. Mueller running strong tonight with that number 19 car. You could argue it's his best performance of the season with the number 19. He's going to lose the spot to Patrick Dupree. Dupree now running in the 6th position. 7th is Mueller. 8th is Atkins in the 1 New York. Atkins picks up that left front tire right off the racing surface, coming after Mueller in the number 19. Can't quite get to the inside. That's Frank Cozy in the number 44. The X is Adam Barnaby. The B3 is Aaron Barnaby. And it's the 4 of Leon Gagno, the 17 of Jason Durgan, and the 1 of Pierre Bertillon. Todd Stone in the 1X. That's a fast pace off turn number 4. His lead is 15 car lengths over Matty Di Lorenzo in the 3D. Running in 3rd, it is Max Vien in the 25. 4th is the 10 of Pat McGrail. 5th is Keith Flack in the 43. Greg Atkins trying to get by the 19 of Jesse Mueller. A tap to Mueller over in turn number 2 to let him know that he's there and looking to find running room. Mueller, though, protects the position, works through the middle off turn number 4, and he'll hold off Atkins at least through this lap. Atkins right now is 8th. 9th is Frank Cozy. Adam Bartamy rounds out the top 10. Aaron Bartamy 11th, but here comes Leon Gagnon trying to take that position away. Give it to Leon Gagnon in the 4, and he'll go to the 11th spot. Aaron Bartamy back to 12th. 13th is Pierre Berthiaume. Jason Durgan backsliding, now 14th. 15th is Andy Haywood in car number 80. Leader Todd Stone is quickly approaching the back of the pack. Andy Lindemann in the 3 is running in 26th right now. Over the top of turn number 2, and Stone is quickly chasing him down. It's a big gap, nearly half the backstretch. From Todd Stone to Manny DiLorenzo. Max Vienne running in 3rd in the 25. Patrice McGrail just keeping it down on the inside, biding his time with car number 10. The 1X running a time of 16.60. The 3D of DiLorenzo is 16.82. He's 0.2 of a second slower than the leader. Although that last lap he was able to close a little bit as Stone had trouble with the 1X machine as he tried to deal with the 3 of Lindemann. He was able to get around Andy, but it cost him a little bit of time, but now he's opening it right back up. Quickly, Todd Stone is running up on the back of the pack. Craig Reel in the CO2, trying to stay on the lead lap. He's got Vince Quinville in front of him in the 78, and Todd Stone is going to have to tiptoe around these guys as these guys know their way around the Big A. Struggling a little bit tonight, but Todd Stone's got a fast machine. He's already put Craig Reel down a lap, and next in sights is a fellow Green Mountain boy, Vince Quinville in the 78. Problems for the 18 of Chris Kaye. He is headed back to the pits. Kaye goes pit side. The CO2 of Riel down a lap. The 78 of Vince Quinville is down a lap. Andy Lindemann is already down a lap. And here comes Todd Stone after Andy Powell. Powell in the Finger Lakes Auto Machine number 3 is the next car to go down 1. He pushed up in front of Stone over in turn number 2. And Stone had to take a right turn to get away from him. He'll dispense of the 3. Mike Riel is next in line to go down a lap. DiLorenzo in the 3D right now in clean air. He's got a number of car lengths between himself and the CO2, but he is nearly backstretch behind Todd Stone in the 1X. Max Vienne is still running in 3rd. 4th is Pat McGrail. 5th is Keith Flack. 6th is Greg Atkins. Running in 7th. The problem is Pat Dupree. Patrick Dupree is in trouble over in turn number 2, limping through the bunker in the middle of the backstretch, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. 12th, 13th would be Andy Haywood, 14th would be the 55, and Chris Vernold would run 15th right now in the 97. Here they come, ready to run again. Green flag. They work wheel to wheel into 1 and 2. DiLorenzo in the 3D trying to get to the back bumper. Here comes Max Vienne. Vienne looks to the inside of DiLorenzo going to the 3rd turn. Vienne down to the inside. They might have clipped going to turn number 3. Again, Vienne comes back after him on the inside. DiLorenzo on the outside will hold him off down the front stretch. Max Vienne again looks back to the inside, going to 1 and 2. Matt DiLorenzo is able to hold on to that 2nd spot as he holds serve on the restart. Max Vienne not finished going after that position just yet. He's got Pat McGrail right behind him in the 10 car, and then it's Keith Flack in the 43 who's running in 5th. Todd Stone checking out again on Matt DiLorenzo in that 2nd spot. 3rd, Max Vienne. 4th is the 10 of McGrail. Then Flack running in the 5th position. Greg Atkins is 6th. Aaron Bartamy's making a move. Bartamy has gone to the 7th spot with a B3. Running in 8th, it's Mueller in the 19. 9th is Adam Bartamy in the X. And rounding out the top 10 is Leon Gagnon in the 4 car. Aaron Bartamy's on the move with a TDR repair B3. He is into the top 7, and he is looking to make a move on the 1 New York of Greg Atkins. Adam Bartamy is also trying to work his way towards the front with the X machine. Jesse Mueller next on his list to perhaps work past. Yellow flag is out on the racetrack for Michel Vienne. The M25, 4 cars back in the garage area with 20 laps complete. 55 remain. Here they come. Off turn number 4, green flag. Again, DiLorenzo will work that middle line into 1 and 2. Pat McGrail, does he want to go? McGrail goes to the top of the racetrack. Off turn number 2 down the backstretch. McGrail thinking about that 4th spot. Look at Greg Atkins go. Atkins in the 1 around the 43 of Flack. He's to the 5th spot. Is it go time for Pat McGrail? Well, now he's on the outside. He may have to. Max Vienne down on the inside. McGrail on the outside. Working that right rear now is Pat McGrail. So much for conservancy and taking it easy around the Big A. He's on the move. Trying to get to the outside of the 25, and Max Vienne is holding him off. Todd Stone, Manny DiLorenzo, the 25 of Max Vienne, the 10 of Pat McGrail, the 1 New York of Greg Atkins into the top 5. Keith Flack loses a spot on the restart. He's back to 6th. 7th is Aaron Bartamy in the B3. Then it's Jesse Mueller in the 19. Adam Bartamy working the back bumper of that 19 machine as he tries to find a way past. With a little tap in 1 and 2, now looking underneath down the backstretch. The X trying to move underneath the 19 car, going to 3 and 4, and he wasn't playing nice over in turn number 4. He works past in turn number 4 this time and has that position. Aaron Bartamy in the B3 took a peek to the outside of Keith Flack, who right now is running in line down on the inside behind Greg Atkins in the 1 New York. Todd Stone is having his way with the G-Stone Motors 1X. He's taking it easy down on that inside line. Not sure he really has to push it all that much. He's pulling away from Matty DiLorenzo. The lap times consistently running about a tenth of a second quicker for the Todd Stone 1X. That lap time is 16.5. DiLorenzo is 16.6. Max Vienne in the 25 holding off Pat McGrail. That says something about the speed of that 25 car tonight. Max Vienne has it dialed in as he was able to hold off Pat McGrail, who looked to the top side of the racetrack. Todd Stone won here this past Saturday night, and he is looking to go back-to-back $3,000 going to tonight's winner. And Todd Stone, as we hit the middle stages of this one, right now has things under control. Jason Durgan trying to find a way around Jesse Mueller in the number 19. Pierre Berthiaume is also in that mix as they are racing for position just outside the top 10. Aaron Bartamy is backsliding a little bit with the B3. His brother Adam is on the move trying to chase him down. Stone is the leader. DiLorenzo is second. Max Vienne is third. Pat McGrail is fourth. Greg Atkins is fifth. The 43 of Keith Flack is sixth. Seventh is Aaron Bartamy. Eighth is Adam Bartamy. Ninth is Leon Gagnon. 10th is Jesse Mueller. 11th is Jason Durgan. Running in the 12th spot is Pierre Berthiaume. 13th is Andy Haywood. 14th is Patrick Dupree. 15th is the 13 of Steiner. And 16th is the Matt Woodruff 55. 16th would be the 97 of Chris Vernal. And then it'd be the 115 of Kenny Tremont. As Todd Stone again is starting to charge down on the back of the field. This time off of turn number 4, and on the front stretch he'll put lap 32 up on the scoreboard as he's almost halfway home, 75 laps the distance, so he's approaching the halfway point of this race. Durgan continues to try to find his way around the 19 of Jesse Mueller. That's probably the best battle for position on the racetrack. Mueller has been able to hold him off with the Mueller & Sons number 19 machine working down on the inside line. But now here comes Pierre Berthiaume. Jason Durgan goes to the top of the racetrack, and Pierre Berthiaume has running room down on the inside. Berthiaume's going to take the spot. Durgan could be in trouble on the top. He might have that car going away. He gets into the bunker off turn number 2. Jason Durgan's going to lose a number of spots as the right rear tire may be down on the 17, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. 5. And then the 10 of Pat McGrail. We'll see if McGrail wants to go again on the outside and try to get Vienne as the field boxes up a little bit in 3 and 4. Now here is Stone on the hammer on the front stretch. Green flag. Vienne is underneath going to turn number 1. DiLorenzo trying to hold him off as they work off turn number 2. Wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Max Vienne going for the second spot. Max Vienne in the Megatech number 25 taking second through on the inside. Here comes Max Vienne. He's to second. Matty DiLorenzo, not so fast, he says, coming back on the outside line. Trying to take that position away. They go to the third turn. Keith Flack really bottom out as he got the right side tires off the racing surface. Sparks trailing down the backstretch for Flack in the 43. That was a rough ride as he got the right side tires off the backstretch. And he was able to hold on and actually maintain his position running in 6th. Second now is Max Vienne. Running in 3rd is Matty DiLorenzo. The 4th spot is Pat McGrail in car 10. 5th, it is the 1 New York of Atkins. We got another yellow. This is for Andy Lindemann in the 3. Oh, he wants to go. Max Vienne doesn't want to go. Here they come. Green flag. Max Vienne with a very slow start on the outside of row number 1. As they race down the backstretch, the yellow call goes out. Ready to try again. Slow pace into turn number 4. Let's see if Vienne can hang with them this time. Here they come down along the front stretch. Green flag. Todd Stone works the inside. Drifts up towards turn number 1. Matt DiLorenzo trying to come back through. Oh, DiLorenzo had to get on the binders as Vienne came down on the racetrack. Pat McGrail goes to 3rd. On the outside, it's Keith Flack trying to get to the 4 spot. DiLorenzo feeling heat down on the inside line with a 3D. Here comes Flack in the 43. Pat McGrail wants to go again. Here comes Pat McGrail to the outside. Patrice McGrail trying to work around the 25 of Max Vienne. They run wheel to wheel down the backstretch going to turn number 3. Vienne's down on the inside. McGrail on the outside, taking it right up towards the wall. Off turn number 4, it's Pat McGrail in the second spot. Todd Stone is the leader. Pat McGrail running in second. Third is Max Vienne. Fourth is Keith Flack. Running in fifth, it's now Matty DiLorenzo in the 3D. Greg Atkins runs in the 6th spot. 7th, it's the X of Adam Barnaby. Aaron Barnaby is 8th as we're halfway for Todd Stone tonight. Todd Stone, now Patrice McGrail, then Max Vienne. Then it's the 43 of Flack. Matty DiLorenzo in the 3D is running in the 5th spot. Then it's Greg Atkins in the 1 New York. The X of Adam Barnaby is 7th. 8th is Aaron Barnaby. Leon Gagnon going after that position. The B3, who moved towards the front, has been sliding a little bit as the 43 of Keith Flack wants 3rd. Flack looking to the outside of the 25 of Max Vienne in 1 and 2. Here's Keith Flack off the top of turn number 2. Vaults down the backstretch, trying to get around the outside. Vienne still there on the inside. Watch the battle for 3rd into turn number 4. The 25 of Vienne, the 43 of Keith Flack down the front stretch. It's Flack in 3rd at the line. They work him up into 1 and 2. It's still Vienne working the inside line. Flack is able to power past on the outside and take that position. Greg Atkins wants to move. Matty DiLorenzo works through the middle. Now comes back down to the inside. Atkins can't get past. Atkins had to get on the binders. He showed good patience there. It looked like he had a wheel underneath the 3D. But DiLorenzo was closing the line, and Atkins had a break. Todd Stone's lead is a good 15 car lengths at the line. Checking the lap times, it's a 6 identical lap times. That last lap for the 1X and the 10. Both Todd Stone and Patrice McGrail, the previous lap, 16.437, identical lap times. This time on the monitor, 16.643 for Stone, 16.554 for McGrail. McGrail was almost a 1/10 of a second faster that last lap. Todd Stone in the 1X is the leader. Pat Dupree's in trouble. Dupree in the 24, another right rear tire flat. He's back to the garage area. That last lap, it was Stone who was a tick quicker. Todd Stone in the 1X, Patrice McGrail. Stone is maintaining the lead right now. Keith Flack is running in 3rd. In 4th, it is Vienne in the 25. DiLorenzo runs in the 5th spot. 6th is Greg Atkins. Running in 7th, it's Adam Barnaby. 8th is Aaron Barnaby. Running in 9th is Leon Gagnon. Rounding out the top 10, it's the 80 of Andy Haywood. Tony Steiner is 11th. 12th is Jesse Mueller. 13th is Chris Vernal. 14th is the 55 of Matt Woodruff. 15th is the 1 of Pierre Berthiaume. 16th is Kenny Tremont. And 17th is the number 17 of Jason Durgan. Again, we'll go back to the scoring monitor. Todd Stone, 16.552. Pat McGrail, 16.639. It is Stone pulling away again. Berthiaume got the right side tires off into the bunker that last time down the backstretch. As Stone is going to hit some heavy traffic in front of him, likely off of turn number 2. He's going to have to deal with Mike Riel. The G-Stone Motors 1X hugging the inside line around 1 and 2. Now goes to the top of 3 and 4 to get rid of Mike Riel. That'll put him down a second lap. He goes around Mike Riel with the 0-2, and now it's the 3 of Andy Powell. He would go down a second lap. The 115 of Tremont really off the pace. He is slowing. Powell in the 3 tries to get around. Tremont takes it down the restart. They work into turn number 4. Stone in the 1X, McGrail in car 10, Flack in the 43. Here they come on the front stretch. Green flag. Stone sets sail to a 2-car length advantage off turn number 2. Then it's 3 car lengths back to Flack in the 43. The 25 of Max Vienne. Matty DiLorenzo in the 3D looks outside the 25 car as they race into turn number 4. Down the front stretch, DiLorenzo not able to get to the outside of Vienne. DiLorenzo's not giving up. Vienne still works that inside line. The bottom feeder in the 25, hanging on to the 4th spot. Here comes Atkins in the 1 after DiLorenzo. Greg Atkins trying to get to the 5th position, crack his way into the top 5. A good battle for 5th. Matt DiLorenzo in the 3D. still working on the outside. He'd like to get to fourth on the outside line. But right now, the 25 of Vienne is holding him off. Actually, in that group of three, Vienne might be the slowest of the three cars. Here comes Di Lorenzo around the outside. Greg Atkins in the 1 New York trying to make a move on Vienne. I think that right rear tire is about to go on the 25. Vienne's is starting to slide backwards, and I think it's the right rear tire that's starting to give away. Todd Stone's lead is 3 car lengths over Patrice McGrail. Identical lap times that last time by. McGrail still 3 car lengths off the back. Keith Flack trying to keep up with the 10 car is some 12 car lengths behind McGrail. Then it is Di Lorenzo in the 3D. Max Vienne holding on right now to 5th, but he's got Greg Atkins right off the back bumper. Atkins with a little tap to the 25. I'm here, I want that spot. Behind him, it's the ex of Adam Bartamy, Leon Gagno, running behind Adam Bartamy. He's in the 8th position. Running in 9th is Aaron Bartamy in the B3. Rounding out the top 10, Andy Haywood in the number 80. One car that's been fast since changing a tire is Vince Quinville, but he lost a lap early in the race. But he has been very quick with the number 78 machine. But again, a lap down as Andy Haywood tries to get past in the top 10. Atkins finally able to get around the 25 of Max Vienne. He is into the top 5 with the 1 New York car. First time tonight that Greg Atkins has been in the top 5. The lead is 5 car lengths. Todd Stone over Patrice McGrail. The 19 of Jesse Mueller off the pace. He might have a left rear tire that is down on the 19. Another tire problem. Jesse Mueller goes back to the garage area. Left rear flat on the Mueller 19 machine. He was running on the lead lap in the top 15. Todd Stone in the 1X. Let's check the lap times again this time. Stone with a 16.609. McGrail a 16.711. Almost a 1/10 of a second quicker was Todd Stone with a 1X. 15 laps remain for Todd Stone as lap 61 now goes up on the board. 14 to go for Stone. McGrail in the 10 is in that second spot, trying to hang with him. Stone is a master at hanging on to that race car and making sure that he has something for the later stages in the race. He took the lead early in this one. After starting on the outside of row number 1, he had the good draw, took the lead away from Matty Di Lorenzo, and we got a car off the pace. It's Bertiome in the backstretch. Bertiome. Again, Stone setting the pace, slow into number 4, now to the cone on the hammer. Green flag. Matty Di Lorenzo looking to the top of the racetrack, trying to get aggressive, but that also opens up the inside line for Greg Atkins, but Atkins could not get there. Problems perhaps for Leon Gagno's okay down on the inside line. He might have had some tap as he was sideways down the backstretch going to turn number 3. It is Stone and McGrail. It is 1 car length the advantage. Stone drives it really deep into 3 and 4. McGrail a little more conservative through the turn, and that worked for Stone. He opens it up to a car length and a half. Stone really drove it deep. You could see he got on the binders hard, but drove it deep into 3 and 4. It's 1 car length the advantage. Stays on it. McGrail does a better job this time in 3 and 4 himself. That last lap, it was McGrail who was a little bit quicker. 16.525 for Stone, 16.533 for McGrail. Similar lap time. Now it's 2 car lengths the advantage for Todd Stone. Keith Flack in the 43 working in that 3rd spot. Inside, 10 laps remaining. Di Lorenzo is 4th. 5th is Atkins. 6th is Vienne. 7th is Gagno. 8th is Adam Bartamy. 9th is Aaron Bartamy. And rounding out the top 10 is now Tony Steiner inside the top 10 for the first time all day with a 13. Perhaps Stone was playing a little possum on the last restart. He is now checked out. The lead is back to 5 car lengths off of turn number 2. Does the 10 of McGrail have any card left to play? It was a 1/10 of a second faster that last lap for Todd Stone. This time around, it is the McGrail 10 that's a little bit quicker. McGrail was faster that last lap. So they go back and forth in turning the fast time around the racetrack. Stone with a bobble in turn number 4, but McGrail can't really close off the 4th turn. Lap 70 about to go up on the scoreboard. The lead is 5 car lengths going to 3 and 4. Leon Gagnon trying to work around the 25 of Max Vienne with 5 laps to go for Todd Stone. 5 to go for the Middlebury, Vermont driver, the current Airborne point leader. He's won here in a late model. He's won here in the modified, and he is looking to win $3,000 tonight. He's well on his way with lap 71 on the board. Pat McGrail, the 10, not able to reel him in. 5 car lengths, that's the lead for Todd Stone. McGrail in the 10, second. Keith Flack working in third. Fourth is DiLorenzo with the 3D. And then in fifth, it is Greg Atkins. The best battle on the racetrack. Max Vienne and Leon Gagnon racing for sixth. McGrail was able to close a little bit that last lap. McGrail closing in turn number 4. It's down to a car length on the front stretch. 2 to go. Todd Stone leading in 1 and 2. McGrail sideways off 2. Lost a car length down the backstretch. They go to 3 and 4. 2 car lengths is the lead. Into turn number 4. McGrail again closes onto the back bumper. White flag is out, 1 to go. 3 car lengths the advantage. Stone is going to have to bobble as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Todd Stone in the 1X, final set of turns. Pat McGrail can't quite get to the back bumper. Here's your winner. It's Middlebury, Vermont's Todd Stone. Pat McGrail second, Keith Flack third, fourth to Matty DiLorenzo, fifth to Greg Atkins, sixth Leon Gagnon, seventh Adam Bartamy, eighth Max Vienne, ninth Aaron Bartamy, 10th to Tony Steiner, 11th Andy Haywood, 12th to the 97 of Chris Vernal, 13th to the 55 of Matt Woodruff. Out now, Todd Stone, everybody give a nice round of applause. Come on over, Todd. Well, congratulations. Let's move over a little bit this way. There, that's good, that's good. Tonight, I think one of the things that really helped, you had a good draw outside of row number 1, and early in the race you were able to get to the lead, and then I think for you it was really focus on hitting your marks, and yet you had a lot of car left down the stretch.
Yeah, we did. My crew did a great job getting the car ready and prepared for tonight. I really hate starting on the front row, but, I'll take it tonight. I saw the 10. He was back there, and I was wondering, just run my race like I said last week. And, I was waiting to see him stick his nose in, but I don't even know how far out we were.
Well, down the stretch, he had closed to about a car length, and your lap times were pretty similar, but then it seemed as though when you really needed to find something, there was still a lot left.
Yeah, I tried to be easy on my right rear tire. But, at the end with 15 laps to go, I tried to step it up, and the car was underneath me still. I still had car left. So I think I could have went 100 laps pretty easy. But, that's all because of my crew. Put a lot of time and effort into this. They do a great job, and if it wasn't for them and it wasn't for my father and our business, I would not be here tonight. So I want to thank them very much.
How much of a physical test was tonight's race, considering 75 here this past Saturday and then right into the heat where it's in the lower 90s?
Yeah, it's very hot. When we were in practice, I got a cold towel and wrapped it around my neck. But, I'm 43 now, and, I'm not 25 anymore, and I notice this heat a lot more than I used to.
Well, congratulations. $3,000 richer as well. Nice job.
Thank you very much, and thanks for coming out tonight, everybody.
All right, that's Todd Stone out of